Elizabeth Sanchez is a woman who goes to my school. She's very nice. She's got a great strong will, very big heart, and other attributes as well. So when I asked her out and she said yes, everyone was very surprised. Like, why is she? And I'm like, yeah, it's very surprising. No, it's not. I have a plan for these things. You see, if you're funny, I don't like to brag, but if you're funny and you ask someone out, they're usually just when I do it, I'm just like, hey, do you want to like go on a date sometime? They're like, ha ha, you're funny. That's great. It's a good one. Can I borrow $6? And I say, no, I really want to like, you know. And then they're like, oh, all right, I'll see you at chemistry or biology or whatever. And it doesn't happen. So when Elizabeth Sanchez, like, I heard like, you know, things in high school and all that, I'm like, yeah, we have to do this right now. And she's like, okay. So that's out of the way. We have a date, and it's after school. After school. We say that we have to get her home early the next day because she has conditioning for volleyball or basketball. It doesn't matter because she's never going to want to talk to me again after the date. And she insists on going to Chipotle, so we do that, and it's awful because it's like every time I eat it, it's just like a giant ball of salt that just wants to explode. So I had to go. I had to like go to the bathroom. Good thing they have it, right? And like I passed like the 1:30 mark where she knows that it's not number one. You know, she knows. Okay, so that's strike one for the date. Strike one. We're on the train. We're on the clock right now. We have to get her home early. We have to get to the movie now. So we're waiting and we're talking. And she's not the best talker. She answers in like 2-word sentences, and sometimes it's not even words. Sometimes it's just like LOL. That's how she talks out loud. Oh, she's so hot. It's like it exceeds her boringness every time. I don't know why. I'm trying to impress her. So I see my friend Ricky, a great trumpet player, who comes over and he says like he knows Elizabeth apparently, and he's like, hey, you know this faggot over here? And I'm like, no, this is the worst time this can happen. This is the worst time this can happen. And Ricky says, oh yeah. So how you doing? I'm like, Ricky, what brings you to the blue line? He ignores that and says, hey Liz, you ever been through this? Like when you this is a quote, so I'm not a bad person for saying this. It's like when you're fucking someone in the ass. I'm like, no, she doesn't. I know 100% she doesn't know about having sex with a male person in the butt. Let's go. Let's get out of here. So we get off the stop just so I don't have to deal with that, and we're late for the movie. So instead of seeing Argo or something, we go see what's it called? Not to expect what you're expecting when you're actress rocking it. I expected it to be horrible, and it was, because Ricky used to date Elizabeth, and he was drunk as hell on the train. So when he came to the theater, he was just like saying, fuck the police, like all the entire time. And we didn't know until like, you know, he threw up and he said, I love you, Liz, and they took him out. So we left, and I asked to walk her home, because I'm still trying to, because there's something in here that's like, this is going to go great, that's still good. So she says like, oh yeah, that's fine, and so then I start to walk her home, and then like I find out that she does not like Titanic, or like Forrest Gump, or The Color is Purple. Not that she hasn't seen them, she genuinely dislikes them, and their favorite movies are like A Cinderella Story, the second interpretation of Footloose, and Beverly Hills Cop. And I'm like, oh, Beverly Hills Cop, that's good. I love Eddie Murphy. And she's like, oh no, my bad. Beverly Hills Chihuahua, which is not the same thing. It's not. It's ones with talking chihuahuas who save the world. It's not at all what it's like. So we're at her house, and it's almost over, and I feel like, oh, now's the time to make the move. Now, all right, cool. So her mother is walking out at the same time, and that's where everything clicks. 2 years ago, when I hadn't carried a trumpet around with me very often, I played the trumpet, and I was carrying it, and I was walking opposite direction of an old Polish woman who had a thing in her stroller in her arms, and I bumped into it. The baby didn't fall out. It was like a mini car crash. It was like doo doo, and it's bad. Okay, and the baby's fine. but the mom was not enthused. And it's funny when you're having an argument with a Polish person or anyone who speaks another language, when you both leave the argument, you both feel right, you know? There's no point A to point B in this conversation. So she's just yelling at me, and I'm trying to say the only word in Polish that I know, which is sorry, which is like świecem, but that's not an actual word. I thought it was, but it wasn't. So she just keeps yelling. I keep saying świecem. I don't play this very often. I don't carry this all the time. And I'm like, świecem, świecem. And she does not have it. So 2 years later, that same person walks out of this woman's house. This is Liz's mom, and she hates me. We both have that fire, you know? That we're like, no! I was like, no! And then she went crazy. She literally threw me to the curb, so I don't carry my trumpet in Evanston anymore.
He is 6.5 years old. So, anybody who's a little embarrassed about telling a story, follow Xavier.